25 years since last on the world stage, G-Land once again returns to the forefront of surfing. This is where the Dream Tour was born, where the jungle meets the sea. A location renowned as much for its legend as its perfection. For the first time ever, the ROXY Pro G-Land brings the best women surfers to the famed left-hander. Unsurprisingly, of all the surfers, only Kelly Slater has previous experience competing at the Quiksilver Pro G-Land. With the new condensed field, Championship Tour surfers arrive at stop number 6 ready to perform. The fight for the WSL Final 5 is on. This is the Quiksilver and ROXY Pro G-Land. Selamat pagi and welcome to this incredible jungle here at Grajagan Bay as you are watching Dawn Patrol on the opening day of competition for this incredible wave. Grajagan G-Land, one of the best left-handers in the world. You're here for the Quiksilver and ROXY Pro Stop 6 of the World Surf League Championship Tour. I'm Joe Turpel alongside longtime competitive standout Laura Enever. Longtime competitor as well, Richie Lovett, both from that Sydney region in Australia. Laura, we've been planning on coming to G-Land for a very long time. Your first trip, how's it going so far?
Yes, my first trip. I'm so excited to be here. What a place, just being here in the jungle, coming in on the boat the other day and just seeing perfect lines, perfect waves, just all the surfers just scrambling to get their boards to get out there as quick as possible. It's absolutely incredible to be here.
Richie, you competed back here in the 90s. I remember when the announcement was made that we were finally coming back after 25 years. You were just, you said to me, you're like, finally, this is going to be so good. We're finally sitting here ready to compete.
This is awesome. You know, we're back here. It's 25 years since we've been competing here, and it really is one of the best left-hand reef breaks in the world. And for me, it was pretty incredible just coming in on the boat after being away for 25 years and just seeing how much it's all changed. The camps are all here. You know, there's access now, but one thing that hasn't changed is the wave and just how perfect it can get.
Let's see if this perfection's on tap for opening day. To see if we'll get a start, we'll say good morning to Dimity Soil with Jessie Miley-Dyer.
Yeah, good morning. I'm here with Jessie, and it is a gorgeous day here in G-Land. So, Jessie, we're back here in paradise. It's been a long wait. We're finally back at one of the original Dream Tour locations. How incredible is it to be back here?
Oh, it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, you and I were a bit young when that tour event was on, and you're a little bit younger than me as well. But, you know, it was kind of something we always heard about, and, you know, everyone's watched the videos and things. So it's awesome to be here for real and to get to see it yourself. And to be back here with the tour as well is awesome.
That's so good, and I've been watching a lot of spray flying out here in the free surf session. It looks like the waves are really fun. What's the official call for today?
Yeah, so the official call is we're going to be starting at 9:45 local time, and we're going to be doing men's round 1 and women's round 1. So this is the biggest day that we have for the next few days, and we're going to take advantage of it. It's looking pretty good out there, and it's going to be, you know, some pretty nice conditions.
Awesome. I'm so excited to watch the action.
Thank you so much, Dimity. Jessie Miley-Dyer calling it on opening day. As you can see the conditions right there. Fun size left-hander running across the reef. And Richie, I was talking to Kevin Wallace from Surfline this morning. He was saying, yeah, that southwest will be building throughout the day. He's anticipating the best waves will be in the afternoon with light winds as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We're expecting to have those southeasterly trades hitting, but you can see here that red blob is moving up into G-Land there. So we're on the southeastern tip of Java, and we're going to see the bulk of that swell hit this afternoon, and that's why we're going to get competition underway. I think we're going to see, you know, some really fun waves this afternoon. A bit of a mix of rip surfable conditions and possibly a couple of barrels as well. So, today we're going to take advantage of it. We'll possibly see it tapering off a little bit tomorrow, but still maybe some really contestable conditions. Here's the lineup for today. 5 to 7 feet up to 6 to 10 feet this afternoon. And you can see, there's some period in this swell. So it's quite long range. It's going to have some power to it. And looking in the next couple of days, tomorrow's still looking okay, and then it tapers off a little bit, but then it spikes again, and we'll take a look at that next swell coming. But all the action over the next couple of days is going to be amazing.
Looking forward to that. So today looks like it will be all about high performance here for opening day of competition. Kicking things off with the women with Isabella Nichols, fresh off her first win of her career at Margaret River, straight here to Bali, then to Java to prepare for this event. As we know, we got past the mid-season cut. We've got a condensed field now for the men and women. Wow, we have the opportunity to finish events with overlapping heats in 2.5 days. It's going to be rapid fire action as we take a look at the new format for the first time ever, a 24-man heat draw. Opening round, 8 heats of 3 surfers apiece. From that opening round, we see first place get the win. You skip right into the round of 16. Second and third place, yep, there is still elimination round. They go there. This time it's not a 3-man heat. It's straight to one-on-one heats, head-to-head. 8 heats of 2 surfers apiece. First place advances. They're reseeded into the round of 16, where second place has to exit out. We talk about how ER losses hurt the most, probably more so ever if you're losing at G-Land in Paradise, and you leave with an equal 17th. Once we get to the round of 16 and beyond, it's single elimination all the way to the final, as we'll flip the page to the women's draw. Opening round, 4 heats of 3 surfers, as we got 12 women in the draw here. First place goes straight to the quarterfinals. Second and third will be reseeded in the elimination round. Surfers in the elimination round will have to get a spot in the quarters. Just 4 heats of 2 surfers going head-to-head. If you lose in this round, you leave G-Land with equal 9th and already have to prepare for El Salvador. And once we get into those quarterfinals, single elimination, get all the way to the final. And for the ROXY Pro side, it'll be creating history here at G-Land to crown a first ever women's champion. So much to look forward to here. In the past, we had a specialty event for the women that Lisa Anderson featured in, Lane Beachley, Laura. We're going to see the women here for the first time ever at full-time competition.
Yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, talking to all the girls over the last few days, they're just so pumped to be here and to be here with the men, and obviously with all the history here. They've had some amazing free surfs the last few days, and they've been dialing their boards. Some of them have come straight from Margaret River to Indonesia, and, they're all just so excited to be here.
So much to break down, especially how this wave works. We're going to focus on Richie Lovett's knowledge of competing back here in the 90s to break down this incredible left-hander. We'll be right back.
Thanks for having us. Back to Banyuwangi and back to Grajagan.
Terima kasih. Thank you so much. Thank you for Banyuwangi.
The opening ceremony for the Quiksilver and ROXY Pro G-Land, one of my favorites I've ever attended. There's so many happy smiles, music, and dancing, and such a warm welcome from all the locals here in East Java to welcome back the best surfers in the world. Joe Turpel, Laura Enever, and Richie Lovett. So excited to be here, but we want to get more insight on how this whole place works. Richie Lovett's got a ton of experience. You were part of that official movement to create this dream tour, having one of the best combined heat totals in your career at this location.
Yeah, it was pretty special those first few years. I missed the first one, but then I was here for 96 and 97, and the waves turned up. We had incredible waves up on the Money Tree section, and then Speed Reef came to life, and Speed Reef is one of just the most cylindrical barrels you'll ever experience in your life. And yeah, there was, I think, 14 10s that year, something remarkable like that. So, that sort of talks to how perfect this wave is. But I think we're going to see most of the action at the Money Tree tree section, which is, a couple hundred yards and a mixture of high performance and barrels.
Let's break it down a little bit further and get everyone kind of acclimated where we are in this world. We obviously came from Australia for the Championship Tour events. If you left straight from Margaret River, you're very close to getting to Indonesia. A lot of surfers took advantage of just a few hour flight to get to Bali. Some tried to get to G-Land as quick as possible to get involved in incredible free surf. So from Bali, few hours on a boat, you get over here to Eastern Java, Grajagan Bay, to see one of the best sights you've ever seen. How does this left work, Rich?
Yeah, look, it's just a really, really long left-hand reef break, and you can see we're right on the tip of this Grajagan Bay. We're right tucked in this hook here, and there's a couple of different sections to Grajagan, and there's the Kong section out the back, and that's a bit more of an open ocean wave. You can see it's just open to that south westerly swell. We get the same swells that travel up the coast of Western Australia, but money trees. This is where the predominant break of Grajagan, and when it gets bigger, it's really hollow, big open barrels. In the smaller days, you'll get a bit more, high performance surfing done, but then speed reef, it needs to be 8 to 10 foot for that break to really open up, and one of the most perfect barrels, as I said. So, look, I think we need these southeasterly trade winds in the afternoon to kick in. That's when all the walls get super groomed out, but this is some of the action in the warm-up rounds.
Great to see the free surf happen. Laura Endever, you're a big part of a lot of the sessions the last couple of days, and I know you talked to these surfers about their first arrival. It was pumping here at G-Land for their first surf.
It was absolutely pumping. All the surfers just talking about how they just got in and straight into that big swell straight away. Some of them not even having big enough boards for one of the 8 to 10 foot days, and everyone just putting on an absolute show. Here's Tatiana, apparently a standout of the last few days, just charging. Her and Courtney sitting right on that ledge up there, and her husband Jesse Mendez there. Apparently she actually stole his board because hers wasn't big enough.
Smart move there. Yeah, her quiver definitely gets a lot bigger when Jesse's around. But you can see all the different moods of this wave. Obviously, it trimmed down from size, Laura, from that big opening day swell. Still stays incredibly rippable, especially if you're Medina. We're looking to see a lot of airs on that shallow section.
Totally. I think, over the last 4 days, some of the surfers that have been here the whole time have seen everything from stand-up pits to just high-performance air sections. So, it looks like we'll be seeing a lot of different surfing this week. But, hopefully we get a bit of mix of all, but it'll be very high performance, I think, the next few days.
Another special treat to look forward to this week is the Quiksilver Icons of Surf Expression session. We'll be going down this week. Steph Gilmore has been a part of that expression session in the past, checking out all the equipment on hand. It's a bit of surfing history, board shaped by legendary surfers like Terry Fitzgerald, Jerry Lopez, Peter McCabe, to bring back what they rode here on those first early sessions back in the day, Rich.
This is so cool because our modern day surfers are going to get to experience a very traditional equipment, and try and make that work. And I tell you what, there's going to be some adjustments needed to be made from those thruster and quads down to a single fin.
How do we steal those boards?
I know.
We need an afternoon.
Typically, whoever wins that gets to take a board of their choice. We'll see how it ends up happening this week for the Icons of Surf Expression session. When we come back to the morning show, we'll dive into the story of Felipe Toledo, who is still world #1. We'll be right back. It's a big day for pro surfing, going live at G-Land for the first time ever. We've had a few events in the 90s in the past, but we used to have to wait for those movies to be produced by Quiksilver to enjoy all the action and relive the memories of what went down. So today, 9:45 start. That's less than 15 minutes away, starting with the women's opening round, right into the men. 35-minute heats, no restarts. Game on today to see the best in the world compete. Stephanie Gilmore in that first heat of the morning. That'll be fun to see how she reacts to this wave. A lot of stories, though, when you really focus on the title race. Focusing on the men first, Laura, we've got Felipe Toledo, still world #1, heading into stop number 6 of the season.
Yeah, Felipe's looking so strong. He's looking so relaxed as well. It's going to be so exciting to see, what he does. I just saw him outside actually re-waxing one of his dark arts boards, one of those boards that we've seen him on all year here at Portugal. Absolutely shredding, getting pitted here on his forehand and surfing all the way to the podium here.
So cool. Runner-up finish to Griffin Colapinto, and it was a great recovery, Richie, because he didn't have great success result-wise from Pipeline to Sunset.
No, it was a bit of a lackluster opening 2 rounds for Felipe, but he came bounding back, as we know that he always does. He's such a good surfer, and then, well, Bells, he really started to open up and bring that trademark carving, arcing, and just that modern way of surfing right into the picture there. And then, of course, he took all that momentum to Western Australia as well.
And I suppose the excitement for Felipe now coming into what might be a performance left at G-Land. We've seen him dominate J-Bay. We've seen him dominate Bells, dominate Snapper Rocks. How does the performance quality change moving to a left on his backhand, Laura?
I mean, he's got a deadly backhand, so I think he's just going to be putting together these amazing heats, working out where suits his surfing best on the reef, and just really bringing it. He's going to be as fast as ever.
Really cool to see him having so much fun. He's actually staying at the same camp that we're at. Loving that he's got a lot of the Brazilian Storm here with him. He looks like he's in a very happy place and ready to compete at G-Land. As we now think about the heats to watch in this opening round of competition, the only man that was a part of this event that has experience with a jersey is, of course, the GOAT himself. 50 years of age, coming into with the most experience. He's got Jack Robinson and Jackson Baker, Richie.
That's such an interesting heat, and well, I'm yet to see what Kelly's going to turn up with in terms of equipment. You know, he's going to bring something pretty special to the table, but well, Jack Robbo, he's coming off that win in Western Australia, and this wave, it has similarities to some of those reef breaks up north in Western Australia as well that Jack frequents all the time. And then Jacko Baker, he has just been the life of the camp so far. He's been so happy and surfing so much with Connor O'Leary, spending so much time in the water. Everyone's trying to get their equipment dialed.
And just quickly, a warm welcome back to Iago Dora. He's got the call of late. He was in Bali. Tough news, though, for Seth Bonice. We're wishing you a speedy recovery to your knee injury that he just suffered there. Iago's got Kolohe and John Florence. What a welcome back to the tour in that superheat in the opening round of competition. Obviously, John seems like always a favorite when it comes to competing in world-class waves like this one. We're going to take a quick break here on the morning show. Coming up next, we'll dive into the story of Brisa Hennessy from Costa Rica, still #1 in the world. To this incredible jungle here at G-Land. As you can see, the waves are always tropical and beautiful. It should be rising in size throughout the afternoon. And both the men and women are on. We'll kick things off with the women. As you see, a very familiar face joining us on the set, the defending champion here at G-Land, Luke Egan, joining us on the morning show. Welcome once again, and thanks for being with us, Luke.
Thanks, Joe, and it's a pleasure to be to G-Land. Thanks to WSL for inviting me here for such a special moment. It's been 25 years I've held on to the last trophy ever given. It's a historical moment to see the world's best come here, and this reef is so special. Not only are the surfers going to shine, but so is the Grajagan reef. It's going to be an incredible week.
We're so lucky and honored to have you on site for the call as we're diving into the story of stop number 6 and a Costa Rican named Brisa Hennessy still being world #1 heading into this event. And Laura, what we've seen from her, a big cloud break. Everyone's expecting her to be dangerous at G-Land, but it all really kicked off for her for a title showdown with a big win at Sunset Beach.
Yeah, Brisa's just been going to strength this year. You know, she had that breakthrough win at Sunset, and we know how deadly she can be on big reef breaks and solid waves. And she's really shown us this year how much she's improving and just working on her surfing. And what an amazing moment for her right there to get that breakthrough win.
I think there's a lot to digest as well, Luke, of being world #1, winning your first event. You have yellow. You're answering those questions for the first time. She was knocked out really early at Portugal, and you could still see at that stage she was still trying to get her head around it.
For sure, Joe, but what I've seen with her is she's been so comfortable in the jersey more than ever in her career, and I think that's why she's #1 right now. She just seems to be really calm, those clutch moments. She really is calm and makes the good decisions, and that's why she's right there in the top of the charts.
Pretty special position for Brisa to be in, ahead of Carissa Moore, ahead of Tyler Wright, and she got incredibly barreled before anybody showed up here. She's going to be dangerous in this event, and when moments like that happen, big barrels, big emotional moments, we've got the ROXY OMG Land Award throughout this waiting period where we'll be awarding big wipeouts, big commitment, emotion, and we'll be announcing those winners each day on the Corona Post post-show?
I love these awards so much, and yeah, I heard that we get to actually pick some of our nominees, so I'm excited to see what all the women do, and I hope someone just throws themselves over the falls on a bomb just to get in there for me, because I love that.
We love it. The ROXY OMG Land Goddess Award will be the best moment from the entire event. If you have an opinion, add us at WSL and ROXY and let us know your favorite moments throughout this ROXY Pro G-Land event, which is about to get started with the opening heat of the day. Isabella Nichols, Courtney Conlog taking on Stephanie Gilmore, which will be a bit of history. First time ever for the women here at G-Land, Luke.
It's going to be amazing. I was looking through. There's only 2 goofy foots in the whole draw. So which natural footers are going to shine? It's going to be really interesting to see how it plays out. It's going to be awesome.
Luke, lucky enough to have this wave on your forehand. Laura, for you, a couple of free surfs. I know your first time here. How does it feel to approach this wave on your backhand?
Yeah, it's been so fun being out there most of the days, and yeah, it's just seeing how all the girls are, just dissecting the lineup and finding out where they want to be sitting and what part of the reef is going to be fast or slower. Just what tactic and strategy they're going to take into their heats. But it's been amazing talking to them all, and yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what they bring today.
This side.